Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we are going to cover 150 most important and expected MCQ questions from ancient history for the upcoming SSC MTS exam 2025, and I hope this video will definitely be helpful for you. So please watch the complete video and make sure to like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, let's start the session. So the first question, which of the following Harappan sites is known for its unique tripartite division, citadel, middle town and lower town, and a large water reservoir? Option number D, Dholavira. Question number 2. The evidence of a plowed fields showing pre-Harappan characteristics has been found at which of the following sites? Option number C, Kalibangan. D. Which of the following is the most likely reason for the decline of the Indus Valley civilization around 1800 BC? Option number B, a combination of environmental factors including increasing aridity and the tectonic shift of the Ghaggar-Hakra river. Question number 4, Statement 1. The Harappan seals were primarily used to facilitate long-distance communication with Sumerian scribe. Statement 2. The Harappan script is considered logosyllabic and has not been definitely deciphered to date. Which of the above statements are correct? Option C. Both Statement 1 and Statement 2 are correct, but Statement 1 does not fully explain Statement 2. 5. The Dancing Girl sculpture, a masterpiece of Harappan art found at Mohenjo-daro, is made of? Option number C. Bronze lost wax casting. 6. Which Harappan site provides the earliest evidence of rice cultivation? Option number C. Ropar. 7. Consider the following pairs: Harappa, granaries outside the citadel; Mohenjo-daro, Great Birth; Lothal, dockyard; Surkotda, horse remains. Which of the four pairs given above are correctly matched? Which of the pairs given above are correctly matched? Option number D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. All of the above are correct. 8. The absence of a strong priestly class and monumental temples in Harappan civilization indicates that their religion was mainly? Option number C. Ancestral and fertility cult based, mother goddess and proto-Shiva. Question number 9. The most significant architectural feature of the Harappan city of Dholavira, distinguishing it from other sites, is the existence of? Option number B. A highly sophisticated water harvesting system. 10. Which of the following can be inferred about the political structure of the Harappan civilization? Option number C. There was no single monumental ruler, suggesting governance by a class of merchants or an oligarchy. 11. The term Rita in the Rig Veda primarily stands for? Option number C. The cosmic and moral order of fundamental law of the universe. 12. Which of the following difference between the Rig Vedic and later Vedic societies is incorrect? Option number C. The Rig Vedic period saw the worship of Rudra and Vishnu as the supreme deities, which continued unchanged in the later Vedic period. It's not correct. It is incorrect. Otherwise, all three is A and B and D is correct. Okay. 13. The philosophical thought that emphasizes the doctrine of karma and samsara first appeared in which part of the Vedic literature? Option number B. Upanishads. 14. Consider the following statements regarding the Battle of 10 Kings, Dasharajan. Number 1. It was fought on the bank of the river Parishani. Number 2. The Bharat chief Sudas was defeated by the 10 allied kings. Number 3. It is mentioned in the 7th mandal of the Rig Veda. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option number B. 1 and 3 only. Otherwise 2 is not correct. 1 and 3 is correct. 15. The collection of charms and spells and the most important source of knowledge regarding common people's belief and superstition is the option number D, Atharvaved. 16. In the later Vedic period, the term Bali changed from a voluntary offering to a option number B, compulsory tax tribute levied on the subjects. 17. The Shatapatha Brahman is a text associated with which Veda? Option number B, Yajurveda. 18. The institution of Gotra in Vedic society originally signified option number B, descent from a common ancestor initially used for common cattle pens. 19. Which Vedic deity was considered the embodiment of truth, the guardian of the moral and cosmic order, and was later relegated to the status of a minor sea god? Option number D, Varuna. 20. The concept of Varna, social hierarchy, in its early form is hinted at in which famous hymn of the Rig Veda? Option number B, Purusha Sukta. 21. The term Tathagata, used frequently for the Buddha, literally means Tathagata. Option number C, one who has thus gone or thus come, one who has realized the truth. 22. Which of the following is the correct chronological order of the first great events in the life of Gautam Buddha? Option number B, birth, and then enlightenment, and first sermon, and Mahaparinirvana. 23. Statement 1. The Mahayana form of Buddhism considered the Buddha as a god and began the worship of Bodhisattvas. Statement 2. Hindu Buddhism strictly adhered to the original teaching of the Buddha and rejected image worship. Option number C. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct and are the main difference between the two sects. 24. The fundamental difference between Mahayana and Hindu Buddhism lies in the concept of option number C, the path to salvation, Bodhisattva versus Arhat. 25. The second Buddhist council was held at Vaishali primarily to settle a dispute regarding option number C, disputes over the Vinaya, rules of disciplines by the monks of Vaishali. 26. The famous Buddhist monastery Vallavi was a great center of learning for which school of Buddhism primarily? Option number B, Hindu, specifically the Satyaviravada Theravada school. 27. The concept of anatta, non-self, in Buddhism is a direct philosophical challenge to the Upanishadic concept of option number C, Atman, the permanent soul or self. 28. Which of the following is not a part of the Buddhist three ratnas, three jewels? Which of the following is not a part? Number D, Ahimsa is not a part of the Buddhist three ratnas, three jewels. Otherwise, all three above three is part. 29. The early Buddhist texts were compiled in which language? Which was the language of the common people in Magad? Option number C, Pali. 30. Match the following mudras, hand gesture of the Buddha with their meaning. Bhumi Parsha mudra, earth touching, teaching turning the wheel of law. Dharma Chakra mudra, wheel of law. Meditation, concentration. Dhyan mudra, meditation, calling the earth to witness his enlightenment. Option number B, 1C, 2B, 3A. 1C, 2B and 3A. Okay. 31. The term Upasak in Buddhism refers to option number C, a lay devotee who adheres to the five precepts. 42. The philosophy of Shunyavad, Vaidism, which suggests that all things are without ultimate reality, is attributed to which great Buddhist scholar of the Mahayana school? Option number C, Nagarjuna. 33. The most profound and comprehensive text of the Abhidhamma Pitak dealing with ethics and psychology is the option number C, Kathavattu. 34. Consider the following places related to the Buddha's life: Lumbini, birth; Bodh Gaya, enlightenment; Sarnath, first sermon; Kushinagar, Mahaparinirvan. Which sequence represents the correct order of these places as visited by pilgrims following the Buddha's lives chronologically? Option number B, 1, 2, 3 and 4 is correct. 34. Which of the following is a key difference between the Gandhara and Mathura school of art in depicting the Buddha? Option number C. Gandhara art focuses on Greco-Roman features and drapery folds, while Mathura art was purely indigenous with a bare shoulder and smiling face. 36. The Jain doctrine of Anekantavad is best explained as option number B. The doctrine of non-absolutism, affirming that reality is complex and can be viewed from multiple perspectives. 37. Which Tirthankar is traditionally associated with the 5 great vows, adding the vow of Brahmacharya, celibacy, to the 4 previously established? Option number C, Vardhaman Mahavir, 24th Tirthankar. 38. The severe famine in Magadha, which led to the migration of a group of Jain monks under Bhadrabahu to the South India, ultimately resulted in the split of Jainism into which 2 sects? Option number V, Shwetambar and Digambar. 39. The second Jain council, which resulted in the final compilation of the 12 Angas and other canonical text, was held at option number C, Vallavi, Gujarat. 40. The Jain concept of Jiva, soul, is differentiated from the Brahmanical concept of Atman primarily because option number C, Jainism believes Jivas are numerous, distinct and located in different bodies, whereas Atman in Vedanta is often considered one ultimate reality. 41. The development of Bhagavata religion, early Vaishnavism, centered around the worship of which prominent figure during the post-Mauryan period? Option number C, Vasudev Krishna. 42. Which school of Shaivism, prominent in the Deccan and South India, vehemently rejected the caste system and emphasized division, bhakti and equal access to salvation? Option number C, Lingayat. 43. The famous Heliodorus pillar in inscription associated with Bhagavata cult is significant because it shows option number B, the assimilation of Greek ambassador into the Vaishnava fold. 44. The South Indian Vaishnava saints who composed the devotional hymns known as the Divya Prabandham were the option number B, Alvars. 45. Which of the following statements about the Bhagavata religion is correct? Option number B, it flourished during the Gupta period, resulting in the construction of numerous temples and the codification of the Puranas. 46. Which of the following Mahajanapads was initially known for its capital at Champa and its flourishing maritime trade? Number D, Anga. 47. The primary reason for the eventual rise of Magad as the supreme power among the Mahajanapads was option number C, its strategic location, Rajgriha, Patliputra, fertile land and access to the iron and elephants. 48. Statement 1. The Mahajanapads include both monarchical states and republican Ganga Sangha states. Statement 2. The Ganga Sanghas such as Vajji Confederacy were often characterized by decision making through assemblies rather than a single hereditary king. Option number C, both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and statement 2 is the core defining feature of statement 1. 49. The early Magadhan ruler who expanded his territory through marital alliances and conquest, particularly consolidating power over the Anga kingdom, was option number B, Bimbishar. 50. Which of the following kingdoms was located in the Deccan, south of the Vindhyas, and is the only Mahajanapads located there? Option number D, Ashmak. 51. Which statement correctly reflects the outcome of the Alexander's invasion on the political state of northwestern India? Option number B. It exposed the political fragmentation of northwestern India, paving the way for Mauryan Empire's expansion. 52. The Greek author who wrote the history of Alexander, providing one of the most reliable classical accounts of the invasion, was option number D, Aryan. 53. The city of Bucephala was founded by Alexander the Great at the site of the Battle of Hydaspes, named after his beloved horse. The city was situated on the bank of which river? Option number D, Jhelum. 54. Statement 1. The Gandhara school of art, which flourished after the Alexander invasion, is a syncretic blend of Greek and Indian artistic style. Statement 2. The Indo-Greek were the first rulers in India to issue highly artistic gold coins with bilingual legends. Number C. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. 55. Which of the following regions did Alexander's general Seleucus Nicator cede to Chandragupta Maurya after their peace treaty? Number C. Arya, Arachosia, Gedrosia, and Paropamisad, modern Herat, Kandahar, Balochistan, and Kabul region. 56. The Oxydraci and Malloy mentioned in the Greek accounts refer to the tribal republics located near the junction of the Indus and Chenab rivers, known in the Indian text as the number B, Shudrakas and Malavas. 57. The primary reason for the retreat of the Greek army after reaching the Bears, Hydaspes river was the primary reason for the retreat of the Greek army. Option number B, the exhaustion of his veteran army and their fear of the vast army on the Nanda dynasty. 58. The last Greek outpost established by Alexander in India was named option number B, Alexandria Estate. 59. The coins of the Indo-Greek kings in the northwest primarily used which script alongside Greek? Option number B, Kharoshthi. 60. The Greek ruler who sent the ambassador Megasthenes to the court of Chandragupta Maurya was option number C, Seleucus Nicator. 61. Which of the following source provides the most detailed description of the modern administrative system and espionage? Option number C, Kautilya's Arthashastra. 62. The Mauryan official known as Rajuka was responsible for option number C, both judicial functions and land measurement. 63. Statement 1. The modern economy was highly regulated by the state and with official like Panyadhaksha managing trade. Statement 2. The vast network of roads, including the major Uttarpat northwest to Patliputra, facilitated state control and internal trade. Panyadhaksha. Option number C, both statement 1 and 2 are correct, and statement 2 is the consequences of statement 1 centralized nature. 65. Ashoka's Dhamma policy was intended to option number B, promote social harmony, religious tolerance, and moral values across his diverse empire. 5. Which of the following is not a characteristics of the Mauryan monolithic pillars, Ashokan pillars? Option number C. Use of multiple pieces of stone joined together. 66. Sorry. It's 65 and it's 66. The concept of the king's eye in the Mauryan administration refers to the highly organized system of number C. Espionage and intelligence gathering. 67. The only major rock edict of Ashok that describes the Mauryan victory over Kalinga and the remorse felt by the kings is number C. Rock Edict 13. 68. Megasthenes Indica describes the Mauryan society was divided into how many classes or castes? Option number B. 7. 69. The Mauryan silver coin used for general transaction and the official currency was called? Option number C. Pana Karshapana. 70. The Mauryan ruler saw the decline of tribal assemblies like Sabha and Samiti due to? Number B. Due to the rise of a centralized bureaucratic monarchy. 71. Statement 1. Ashoka sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Statement 2. Ashoka's edicts show a clear interest in the welfare of the animals and the provisions of the medical facilities. Option number B. Both statement 2 are correct. 72. The Mauryan officer in charge of the mint and regulating coinage was the? Option number B. Lakshan Adhyaksha. 73. The Barabar caves in Bihar, the earliest known examples of the Indo-Greek rock-cut architecture, were dedicated by Ashoka to the? Option number C. Ajivika sect. 74. The minor rock edict fast of Ashoka is particularly important because it is the only edict where Ashok refers to himself as Piyadasi, beloved of the gods, and connects his personal conversion to his policy. 75. The Mauryan administration included a city magistrate responsible for urban administration, referred to in Greek accounts as the? Number C. Astynomoi. 76. The Divyadan and Ashoka Vadan are Buddhist texts that provide information about the life of Ashok and are written in which language? Option number C. Sanskrit. 73. The Uttar Part, northern route, the most important modern highway for trade, connected Patliputra to which major northwestern city? Option number C. Takshila. 78. The modern successor of Ashoka, who continued the patronage of the Ajivika sect, dedicating caves to them, was? Number C. Dasharath. 79. The fundamental administrative change that marked the end of the Mauryan centralized bureaucracy and led to the post-Mauryan era was? Option number A is the correct answer. The military coup by Pushyamitra Shunga and the rise of decentralized regional powers. 80. The which of the following Mauryan territories was not mentioned in the Ashokan edicts as a region under the direct control? Number C. Kerala, Chola. They were mentioned as bordering independent state. 81. The Shunga dynasty which succeeded the Mauryans witnessed a revival of Brahmanism and the composition of which important literary work? Option number C. Patanjali's Mahabhashya. 82. The Satavahanas in Deccan were successful in establishing the vast empire that was famous for? Number C. Patronage of Buddhism and Brahmanism simultaneously, along with extensive maritime trade. 83. The Milinda Panha records the philosophical dialogue between the Indo-Greek king Menander and the Buddhist monk. Option number C. Naksen. 84. The Kushan king Kanishka is sometimes called the second Ashok because of his? Option number A. Patronage of Buddhism, commissioning of massive stupas, and convening of a major Buddhist council. 85. The Sadhavanas are often identified by their matronymic mother's name, such as Gautamiputra, son of Gautami, which suggest option number B, the persistence of pre-Vedic tradition where the mother held prestige despite the political structure remaining patriarchal. 86. The famous cave temple at Karle, a large and well-preserved Chaitya hall, was excavated during the period of the option number C, Satavahanas. 87. The Saka or Scythians king Rudradaman I is known for being the first to issue a long inscription in impeccable Sanskrit. This inscription is the option number C, Junagadh rock inscription. 82. The two major indigenous dynasties that succeeded the Mauryas and established rule in Magad were option number B, Shungas and Kanvas. 89. The most significant architectural feature of the stupa construction during the post-Mauryan period, Shunga or Satavahanas, was option number B, the lavish carving of Toranas, gateways, and Vedikas railings with Jatak stories. 90. The term Periplus Maris Erythrae, a 1st century AD Greek text, is a crucial source for understanding option number C, the Indo-Roman trade with ports of the post-Mauryan period. 91. The era that begins in 78 CE and is generally associated with the Kushan king Kanishka is the option number C, Saka era. 92. The Kushan Empire was famous for being a major link in which transcontinental trade route? Option number B, Silk Road. 93. The Chola dynasty is often mentioned as an independent post-Mauryan neighbor in the edicts of Ashoka, indicating their presence in the Deccan or South India during the post-Mauryan period. Option number B, Pandals. 94. The Kushan coinage was influenced by the Roman style, featuring which of the following characteristics? Option number C, a fusion of Greek, Roman and Indian elements, often with foreign rulers shows on the side and Indian Iranian deities on the other. 95. Which of the following is the most notable indigenous dynasties that rose in Kalinga, modern Odisha, during the 1st century BC and is mentioned in the Hathigumpha inscription? Which of the following is the most notable indigenous dynasty? Option number B, Chedi dynasty under Kharvela. 96. The title Kaviraj, king of poets, was adopted by the Gupta emperor known for his multifaceted talents, whose image playing the veena in found on his coins. Number C, Samudragupta. 97. The Gupta period saw the zenith of the classical Sanskrit literature. Which of the following is not a work by Kalidas? Not a work. Option number C, Dashakumar Charit. It is written by Dandi. 98. The famous astronomical calculation of length of the solar year and the sign tables were introduced in India during the Gupta period by the scholar. Option number B, Aryabhatta. 99. Which of the following is the best explanation for why the Gupta age is often called the golden age of Indian history? Option number C, due to unparalleled progress in art, architecture, literature, science and the flourishing of the Puranic religion. 100. The Mehrauli iron pillar inscription near the Qutub Minar in Delhi records the military achievements of an ancient king named Chandra, who is generally identified with option number B, Chandragupta II, Vikramaditya. 101. The famous Buddhist philosopher and logical Ashanga and his brother Vasubandha, who were pioneers of the Yogacara school of Mahayana Buddhism, flourished during the period of the number C, Guptas. 102. Which of the following statements about the political structure of the Gupta empires is correct? Option number B, it was a highly centralized system but with increased use of Samanthas, feudatories who gained political power. 103. The term Uparika in the Gupta administration was the title given to a high official who managed the option number C, province, bhukti or territory. 104. The Chinese pilgrim Xuanzang Recorded a detailed accounts of the reign of King Harsha and the state of Buddhism. He particularly praised which institution? Option number B, the Nalanda Mahavir University. 105. Harsha's empire began to decline after his severe defeat by which South Indian monarch on the banks of Narmada River? Option number B, Pulakesin II. Statement 1. The use of gold coinage declined significantly in the post-Gupta period compared to the Gupta age. Statement 2. The decline is external trade, especially with the Roman world, contributed to the scarcity of the gold and increased land grants to official feudalism. Number C. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and statement 2 is invalid. Is a valid reason for statement 1. And then 7. The famous rock-cut caves of Ajanta, known for their elaborated fresco paintings and Jatak stories, were primarily patronized by the Vakata kings who were contemporaries of the number B, Guptas. 109. The term dinar in the Gupta period refers to the option number C, gold coin. 109. The system of giving land grants to Brahminism, which began as a practice for religious merit and later contributed to the emergence of feudalism, was known as number C, Brahmadev. Lands grants to Brahmanism is Brahmadev. 110. The court poet of Harshavardhan, Banbhatta, wrote not only the Harshacharit but also the famous prose romance. Option number C, Kadambari. 111. Which of the following is an achievement in science during the Gupta period? Number B, Sushruda's advancements in surgical procedure and plastic surgery. 112. The term Param Bhagavata, signifying devotion to the Vishnu, was commonly adopted as a royal epithet by the rulers of the option number C, Guptas. 113. The philosophical system of Nyaya, logic, which deals with the method of inquiry and knowledge, was primarily codified by option number C, Gautama. 114. The last major Hindu empire in North India before the rise of the pre-medieval regional states was that of option number C, Harshavardhan. 115. The famous astronomical work Pancha Siddhantika, a compilation of 5 astronomical systems, was composed by option number B, Barhamir. 116. The most distinctive feature of the Gupta architectural style in temple construction was the shift from option number C, flat-roofed temples to temples with a shikhar tower. 117. The famous Buddhist site of Sarnath, where the Buddha delivered his first sermon, received significant artistic patronage, and the construction of the Dhamek Stupa during the period of the option number C, Guptas. 118. Which Gupta ruler had to repel the invasion of the Hunas, which severely weakened the empire? Option number C, Skandagupta. 119. The two literary works, Priyadarshika and Ratnabali, are Sanskrit dramas attributed to option number C, Harshavardhan. 120. Which of the following concepts which gained prominence during the Gupta period contributed to the decline in the status of women? Option number B, emphasizes on Pativrata, just wife, and the practice of sati, though localized. 121. The Chaitya in Buddhist architecture refers to number C, a prayer hall or shrine containing a stupa. Important. 122. The earliest rock-cut cave architecture dedicated to the Ajivikas found in the Barabar Hills was commissioned by number A, Ashoka and his successor Dasharath. 123. The rock-cut cave temple of Ellora are famous for representing the confluence of which three religions? Option number B, Buddhism, Hinduism and Jainism. 124. Development of Shikhar tower in North Indian temple architecture, which is generally curvilinear in form, is the defining feature of the number C, Nagar style. Next, the famous Rath monolithic rock cut temples shaped like chariots at Mamalapuram were constructed by the rulers of the option number C, Pallava dynasty. Next, the Garbhagriha, Sanctorum, is an Indian temple primarily serves the purpose of housing the main deity's idol or image. 127. The most well-known example of Nagara style, famous for its high plinth and multiple turrets. Ushringa is the Khajuraho group of temples. To date, the Vaishya style of temple architecture, often called the hybrid style, emerged primarily under the patronage of the option number C, Chalukyas, Badami and Kallani. 129. The stupa at Sachi, Madhya Pradesh, is significant because it provides the earliest architectural evidence of the B, the depiction of Jatak stories and events of the Buddha's life through symbols and carvings. 130. The caves painting technique were used in Ajanta and Ellora that involves applying pigments directly onto a layer of wet plaster is called option number B, fresco. 131. The Sangam literature is primarily composed in which language? Option number C, Tamil. 130. The Pallava king Narasimha first took the title Vatapi Konda, conqueror of Vatapi, after defeating and killing the prominent ruler of the option number B, Chalukyas, Pulakesin II. 133. The Tolkapiyam is the earliest work of the Sangam literature is a treatise on option number B, Tamil grammar and poetics. 134. Which feature distinguished the early Chola administration under Rajaraja I and Rajendra I from the contemporary of Northern Kingdom? Option number B, a highly organized democratic system of the local self-governments through village assemblies, Ur and Sabha. 135. The Aihol inscription, which details the genealogies of Chalukya kings, was composed by the court poet Ravi Kirti in which language? Composed by Ravi Kirti, Aihol inscription. Option number C, Sanskrit. 136. The South Indian religious movement that emphasizes emotional devotion, bhakti, and Vishnu and Shiva, leading to a clash with Jainism and Buddhism, was initiated by the option number B, Alvards, Vaishnava, and Nayanars, Shaiva. 137. Which Chola ruler is known for building a new capital city called Gangaikonda Cholapuram and constructing a massive temple there? Very important question. Option number C, Rajendra Chola I. 138. The Mamalapuram site contains monolithic rock cut temples, also known as Raths, and the famous shore temple or structural temple. The shift from rock cut to structural temples is a key feature of the Pallava kings. Number B, Narasimha II, Narasimha. 139. The Chera kingdom, one of the three major Sangam polities, primarily controlled the region that corresponds to modern number B, Kerala. 140. The most outstanding contribution to the Chola period to art and iconography is the sophisticated image of option number B, Nataraj. Statement 1. The Pallava temples such as the Shore temple are excellent example of the early Dravida style. Statement 2. The Chola rulers significantly enlarged the Gopurams, gateways, but kept the main shrines Bhiman smaller, a trend which reversed in later Chola period. Option B, statement 1 correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. The Chola Bhiman like Brihadarshad was massive. Later Pandya enlarged the Gopurams. 142. The Chalukya of Vengi, Eastern Chalukyas, become independent after their separation from the main branch of the option number B, Chalukya of Badami. 143. The Chola administration recorded the working of the local village assemblies in detail. Ur was a village assembly of the common people, while Sabha or Mahasabha referred to the assembly of very important option number B, Brahmins. 144. The Pandyas were famous in the ancient period for their patronage of option number B, Tamil Sangams, assemblies of poets and scholars. 145. The term used in the Sangam literature to denote the vast tracts of dry, barren land associated with robbery and warfare was number C. Palai, desert or wasteland. 146. Which classical Sanskrit playwright wrote the 3 plays including Malavika Agnimitram, which recounts the story of the Shunga king Agnimitra? Option number C. Kalidas. 147. To what Bhakti Kavya Ravan Vada, which illustrates the rules of Sanskrit grammar while narrating the story of Rama, is a significant text from the period of the option number B. Guptas. 148. The Puranas, ancient narratives which played a crucial role in popularizing Hinduism and retelling the genealogies of the gods and kings, were finally codified and structured primarily during the number C. Gupta period. 149. The author of the famous Sanskrit romance the Dashagama Charit, the tale of 10 princes, which detailed the adventures of 10 princes, was number B. Dandi. The philosophical school of Vaisheshika, which dealt with the physical structure of the universe and proposed a theory of atoms, was propounded by option number C. Kanad. That's all for today, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys find this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Also, you can get PDF from my Telegram channel in the link in the description. Right, keep watching, keep learning. See you in the next video. Thank you.